Welcome back. It now seems like a good time to do a news video in that Ovechkin just made history. Yep, he reached 895 goals in his career, so congratulations to Ovechkin for breaking the record. This game today is an important one for both teams. That's the interesting thing. They brought the game to a halt. They've brought out the blue carpet. They've got Gretzky speaking, Bettman, and all these people, and there's video messages pouring in from all around the National Hockey League, which is nice, but I'm sure somewhere Lou Lamoriello's grumbling, we need this win today. I really hope this doesn't throw the game off. Now, the Capitals are looking for the win as well, because if they win today, then they clinch the division, which we know they're going to do anyways, but you might as well do that today while you're at it. But yeah, Ovechkin, 895, he scores on the power play. Not really a surprise. And that game I will be reviewing on its own. I understand that for historic significance, that game needs to be reviewed on its own. I will be doing that. I do wonder how much this is going to push back puck drop for the other two games in this triple header for TNT, because this ceremony is going to go on for a bit. We know TNT likes to do post-game and then the pre-game, and so it could really push back start times for the games that are following this one. But yeah, if you're a Caps fan, let me know too how you feel about Protas being out week to week. It feels like a bad time for one of the best power forwards in the game to be missing time. A lot of key injuries right now. One that I haven't talked about yet, it's not even on the board, is Nick Ehlers being out for the Jets. How long is he going to be out? And maybe that's part of the reason why the Jets just didn't seem like they were themselves yesterday. Two teams officially eliminated from the playoff chase yesterday, both the Boston Bruins and the Philadelphia Flyers. I guess Buffalo's still alive. I didn't see Buffalo being on the list of the officially, although I didn't really look at. Anyways, Philadelphia is officially eliminated for the 5th straight season. That ties a franchise record, which goes back to, I think it's 90 through 94 was the record, and is now tied with this current era. So does Philadelphia get back to the playoffs next year, or are we going to see that drought reach 6 years next year? The Boston Bruins, of course, officially eliminated to the surprise of no one. First time since 2016 that we will not see the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The 2016 playoffs were fun, though. So if we have a playoffs like that, I'll be okay with Boston being out. This is another reminder of why I enjoyed last season as much as I did. Boston, Dallas, Vancouver all win their divisions. I knew that would not happen again, so I enjoyed that while it lasted. But yeah, Boston being out, I don't think they get back into the playoffs next year, but I do think that's what they're going to try to do. Gavin McKenna. So a lot of talk about this year's draft class, and I'm just going to say this. I've seen people talking about, this year's draft class sucks. Anytime people say that, they're usually wrong on some level. Like, yes, there are some top guys this year who are clearly above the others, but there are going to be diamonds in the rough. There always are. This is where good scouts earn their money. And next year, 2026, Gavin McKenna clearly building a lot of hype. He is on a 45-game point streak that's gone into the playoffs in the WHL. So McKenna looks like a slam dunk for the number 1 draft pick next year. And while people are, disparaging this year's draft class, it'll be fine. There's still going to be good players in this year's draft. And so when I hear about, it doesn't matter, nobody cares, this year's draft's terrible. 2017 was the most recent one I can remember where the draft class was disparaged a lot. There were some good players in the 2017 draft, and they don't have to be in the first round either. So, yeah, we'll see how this year's draft goes. The NHL, according to Elliot Friedman's, considering having everything in one location like Major League Baseball does with the winter meetings, where you'd have basically everybody in a central location for the draft, for the awards, and for July 1st as well, for free agency, and trying to create this whole, event around it that could go on for a week. I think that's a fantastic idea. I think that would be awesome. Let me know your thoughts on that. And it's not very often the NHL has an idea, even if it's poached from another league, which we all kind of agree is awesome. So if we all agree it's awesome, there you go. There are some teams that have not yet clinched playoffs, and I feel like it's easier for me to just go ahead and say these are the teams we're still waiting on to clinch playoffs. There are 3 in the West and 3 in the East. In the East, you've got New Jersey, who are the closest to clinching a playoff spot. They're going to get in. We know that. The Ottawa Senators have made it clear that this year they're not going to fall short. Montreal, the run that they've been on, it's going to be tough to take them down. The Rangers are within shouting distance, of course, 4 points back. Columbus still trying to get there, although the loss last night definitely makes those odds a lot longer. I think Montreal's very likely to get in. Edmonton out west has not yet clinched. They're going to. It's just a matter of when. St. Louis, with their 12th win in a row last night, set a team record, a franchise record. And there's no doubt really for anybody now that they're going to make the playoffs, which leaves Minnesota. Minnesota might be vulnerable to falling out of the playoffs in the West, but it's going to depend on what Calgary, Vancouver, and maybe Utah. Utah would have to win every game, and they'd need a lot of help to get in. But, yeah, Minnesota, of the 6 on the board, it kind of feels like they're the most vulnerable. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. See, I told you this would be quick. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. And once again, historic day, 895 goals for Ovechkin. Kudos to him. Let me know your thoughts on that. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys for your support. I will talk to you again soon.